Newsmax, your MAGA stepmother-in-law's favorite news channel because Fox News is too liberal anymore for her liking, has agreed to pay Dominion Voting Systems $67 million to settle a defamation suit. Now, you'd think $67 million isn't all that much for a TV network to have to pay out, but the agreement spells out that Newsmax gets 17 months to settle its debt with Dominion, which had sued for $1.6 billion over defamatory statements made by the broadcaster regarding the 2020 presidential election. You can imagine that a jury ultimately agreeing to give Dominion even what Fox News ended up having to pay to settle its defamation suit might have put Newsmax under, to which I say, damn. Sorry to say that, but I'm seeing some news outlets reporting on this with a line about how it isn't clear whether the settlement includes an on-air apology, but I think that's a moot point, given how Newsmax reported on the settlement on its own website on Monday. The article on the Newsmax site whined about its claim that the Delaware judge assigned to the trial, who also happened to oversee the trial involving Dominion voting systems and Fox News, that one saw Fox News agree to pay $787.5 million dollars to get out of that case. Quote, according to Newsmax, that would not provide a fair trial wherein the company could present standard libel defenses to a jury. More from the quote, this from Newsmax CEO Christopher Ruddy. The Delaware court under Judge Davis effectively enforced a confiscation of our property because reporting was not always sympathetic to Joe Biden. That's not what the court did. And Ruddy added that the actions taken against Newsmax and earlier against Fox News represent a direct attack on free speech and a free press. Um, CBS, 60 Minutes, ABC News, George Stephanopoulos, um, Stephen Colbert. I'm leaving some people out there. Now, here's where your stepmother-in-law gets fired up. A statement attributed to the company. Newsmax believed it was critically important for the American people to hear, I'm like, I can't help but laugh, to hear both sides of the election disputes that arose in 2020. We stand by our coverage as fair, balanced, and conducted within professional standards of journalism. That's a fake defiant statement, and I say it's fake defiant because they're the ones paying millions to settle a defamation case.